So as you can see, I was washing dishes. There's a clean glass there that I was washing, and I went to rinse it, but there is no water coming out of the faucet.
Hi everyone, welcome to the Burnt Brass Homestead channel. I was in the midst of doing chores and I realized I no longer have any water.
I am also washing clothes, and it has about 17 minutes to go. And because the water in the faucet wasn't coming out, I knew that the water, and there it goes. So after a while it shuts off. So I paused that to keep it from trying to pull water out of the pipes that's not there. Now we have power, so it's not a power issue. There are lights on. So the next thing I came down to look at was the pressure on the water tank. And as you can see, the pressure is 0. So there's no water coming in from the well. We have well water here. So do you know what to do in this situation? And this is what caused, well, part of the issue. We were watering the greenhouse. So I'm just going to shut this off. The greenhouse is off. The regular water hose is off. Now that we found what was causing the issue, we had too many water sources running. The washing machine uses up a lot of water. Watering the greenhouse uses up a lot of water, and we typically do not run those at the same time. Now that the greenhouse is turned off and the washing machine is turned off, I am going to reset this. So for you sisters out there, if you don't have a husband, there's no man in the house, and you're home and you have an issue like this, do you know what to do? Now, I have a well, and on my well pump, there's a reset switch here. So all I have to do is pop this switch up, and it should reset this pressure here. And where we want it to be is about, I think it's like 40 pounds per pressure, something like that. So we'll pop this and see if it works. So just pull it up, and you can hear it, and it's going up the pressure. There's 40, 50, and then it just clicked off at 50. You heard that little click? So it normally stays at 50 pounds. So there was like a little miscommunication. I didn't realize my husband turned on the greenhouse irrigation system, and he had left, so he forgot to actually turn it off, and I turned on the washing machine. In addition to that, I was doing dishes, and that's what caused this problem. But it's not a big deal. But the question is, do you know how to reset your water pump if it fails? And not just resetting your water. Do you know how to reset the circuits? Do you know how to flip these switches on and off? Do you know what happens if the circuit breaks? How to reset it? Now, this is the furnace that I used to use when I first got here. Now this was the primary heating source, but now it's the backup. Do you know how to reset the furnace should it shut off? This is oil heat. And one of the reasons that this would shut off, if some kind of way there was water in the oil that was delivered, and it would shut itself off. Here's the reset button for this device, for this furnace. If it ever, shut itself off, I know to hit that to reset it. If it shut off 2 or 3 times in a row, at that point what I would do is I would take a 3/8 wrench here, and I would have a little tub to drain some of the oil out of. And I would turn this little piece right here I would turn that little piece right there and drain some of the oil out. And you could tell it's a certain color. It's supposed to be red, but you could tell once you start draining it, you can kind of see where there may be an issue. And then I would only drain maybe a half a cup out, if that. And then I would tighten it back up. And then I would come back up here and hit this little switch. And then that fixed the issue. So do you know how to do these things, ladies, sisters?
It is getting harder to schedule service calls to the house. Everyone is short-staffed and many people have given up working. Not to mention the cost to hire someone to repair appliances is overwhelming at best. If you are struggling to buy groceries and pay gas, how can you afford to hire someone to perform routine repairs and maintenance? Now, our washing machine had broken down a couple months ago. My husband decided to repair it himself. So he watched a few videos on how to repair our model washing machine, ordered the parts, and began repairing. It took 2 tries, but in the end, we had a working washing machine, which saved us the trouble of finding and hiring a reputable repair guy in our area, and it saved us hundreds on purchasing a new washing machine. It also gave me the opportunity to come up with solutions on how to wash clothes in the event that we experience a long duration power outage. We can still have clean clothes.
So don't be 100% dependent on other people. Have a little bit of knowledge. You don't have to be wonderful at this. Outside of pushing that little button and draining the some of the bad oil out, I don't know anything else about this thing. Aside from knowing what the water pressure should be between 40 and 50 and flipping that switch, I don't know anything else about that water pump. But I know enough that while my husband is out, I'm able to get the water running again and I can finish doing my chores and washing clothes. That I do know. So here we are back at the sink. Here's the same cup that I washed but couldn't rinse because the water had shut off. Because we lost pressure in the pump. And the pump does that to protect itself. Once it gets to a certain pressure, it shuts off to protect itself. And now, as you can see, we have water. Here you can see that the washing machine is working again.
As issues occur in your home, apartment, or on the homestead, take the opportunity to come up with solutions as opposed to always identifying it as an inconvenience. This is the ultimate way to train yourself to be adaptable. If you enjoyed this video, I ask that you share it and this channel with a friend or family member to help this channel to grow.